How's it going, everyone? This is Carl from The Grid Games with this week's pickups video. I got a lot of stuff in this week that I picked up on eBay. I got back into buying collector's editions and limited editions. I'd really been into a lot at the beginning of the summer and kind of had taken a break. There's a lot of really good deals out there right now for some of the stuff that's been out for the last 3 or 4 years. Some really popular titles. You can get the stuff about 20 cents on the dollar from its original price. So some really good eBay buys right now. It's usually better around this time of year on eBay. I haven't really looked at some collection stuff, which is what I was buying a lot of last year. But I fully intend to in the next couple weeks. It's usually when you can get some really good stuff. And I need to fill up some store space. So it's about time to start buying collections again. But for special editions, first one I got in this week was the God of War 3 Ultimate Edition, which for the PS3 obviously was an exclusive. Comes in a Pandora's Box replica, which is pretty neat. It's got the art book, and then it has a hidden compartment where the game is kept. It's in really good shape. I think I paid maybe $20 for it. I know originally this had to be at least $100, maybe $129. Just because of the fact that it's so big and kind of heavy. I never played the God of War game. One of the guys in the store had been playing God of War 3 for a while, and it looked really interesting. That's why I was getting into Diablo, because it's similar look to it, at least to me. Picked up Mass Effect 2 Collector's Edition, which has a steel book, comes with the art book. Of course, it originally came with DLC code. I doubt any of the DLC code will work on stuff that's been opened in these packages. I'm not expecting it to. It's not really necessary for it to work. I'm not really worried about DLC. But I really want to play the Mass Effect series. A lot of people have talked about it. I've never really played it. I had one already. So now I have part 2, and it's always better to have a collector's edition for me. And, of course, you can't stop there. You need part 3 also. Part 3 is much nicer than part 2. Much nicer packaging. Also comes with a steelbook and an art book. Did it come with a soundtrack? No, it's got some lithographs. Has a fabric N7 patch, which was in here, which was nice. A limited edition comic book, but who really cares? Going along with the shooter concept, I got the original Gears of War. I have played the Gears of War series, and I do enjoy that. This was really cheap. I think I paid like $6 for this. It's in really good shape. It's basically a steel box rather than a steel book, but it's all in there. Again, DLC, probably not usable. Yeah, but this was really cheap also. And then I got a game. I wasn't going to buy this because the game, from everything I've heard, is one of the worst in the series, but it's a Square Enix special edition. It's Final Fantasy 13-2, which, like I said, I know is universally panned, but it's a really nice special edition. I mean, it's basically like a book. Open it up. You've got soundtrack and well, 4-disc soundtrack. The game, art book. Whereas the game might not have been very good, Final Fantasy's always had pretty good music, pretty good soundtracks. So for that alone, it'd be worth it. But this is a really nice collection. It's in fantastic shape, and I paid about $15 for it, and that was shipped. So definitely worth picking up. And some smaller stuff. I was really stretching it this week on what I wanted to get. I picked up the Lost Planet Extreme Condition Collector's Edition, which is a steelbook. I don't think... There's an art book in here and a bonus CD with a soundtrack and trailers and wallpaper. This game is supposed to be okay. I'm not really into shooters, so I don't expect to play a lot of these shooters other than the Mass Effect, which is more of an RPG. But it was a good deal. I can't remember how much it was, but it couldn't have been too much. And then the smallest of all the collector's edition I got this week was Fable 2, which is basically a slipcover and the game. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's kind of skimpy for a collector's edition. It's got 2 discs. It's got a bonus disc. Is basically what it is, and it's got different artwork on the cover. But luckily that was pretty cheap. And I didn't have Fable 2 the game, and I always wanted to get it, so better have it in this direction. Getting to better collector's editions. Got Alan Wake. This comes in basically a faux book. Opens up. Inside, you've actually got a book. There's a hardcover book in here, which is a story. It's called the Alan Wake Files, and it is actually a full book. There's also the game and soundtrack and a bonus disc. So really nice packaging for this one. This one was a little bit more. I think I paid probably about 15 for it. Maybe closer to 20 with shipping, because it is a pretty heavy box set. But I've always wanted to play the game. I had a regular copy of it, which I've gotten rid of, so all I need is this one. Last of the special editions. For the Vita, I picked up Ys, Memory of Celceta. I think that's how it goes. This is still factory sealed. When it comes to factory sealed special editions, as I said in the past, I really don't like opening them because it just kills the value. I can always get the game separately and just play it. Of course, I don't think this one's really available separately. I don't think it came in another version. It might have. I could be wrong. But yeah, this one's really nice. It's a silver anniversary. It's 25 years of the Ys series. When was this released? I don't know, last year? 2013. Comes with a cloth map, a working compass. It's like a travel journal book. It's just basically a strategy guide and art book. Some music CDs. So it's pretty cool to get music CDs with a Vita game. 2 formats. So that's all I got in so far for special editions. I do have a lot more coming. This is just all that has come in by Friday when I'm doing this. I picked up just some regular games this week. Of course, I got my new releases for the week, and there were a lot this week. I picked up Gravity Rush on the Vita. Don't know much about the game, but I've been watching a lot of collection videos and review videos on good Vita games, and this was on a lot of top lists, so I had to pick it up. And then there's Danganronpa 2: Goodbye Despair, which is kind of a murder mystery. It's totally Japanese, very stylized. I'm sure a lot of people would not like this game. I've watched videos on it. I haven't played it yet, but it looks really good. The problem is I need to get this is part 2. I need part 1 because from what I've heard, a lot of story points from part 1 are spoiled in part 2. And since I do want to play them both, I can't touch this until I get part 1. Beginning of the week, Tuesday, picked up a couple new releases. I did not get Dragon Age Inquisition yet, even though I fully intend to. I knew how much money I was spending this week on new stuff, and that wasn't on my pre-order list, so I didn't really need to go grab it, even though it probably was the best game released this week. But since I wasn't going to play it this week, I didn't really need it. I did get Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One. I never intended to get this. I only pre-ordered it last week just to get it on the pre-order, so I get a pre-order bonus. And what changed my mind was the switching to the first-person mode. Because I played this game on the 360, and it was fun. I mean, I'd never played a Grand Theft Auto game, and it was a lot of fun. I didn't finish it. I got about 2/3 of the way through, and then just kind of got bored. The repetition was starting to get to me. But from what I've seen for gameplay on the new modes, this game it's like a totally different game. Granted, they put some new stuff in it, but playing in first person changes the game entirely. It is a completely different experience. And I got Far Cry 4, the limited edition. I'm not sure if they're all limited edition, but this one's limited edition. Again, I've never played the Far Cry series. I have Far Cry 2 or 3 at home. I'm not sure which one. And I watched my daughter play it for a little bit. And then I turned it off when I realized how many times they were swearing in it, and then some of the content wasn't really appropriate, so I didn't let her play it anymore. But it looks interesting. Again, more of a first-person shooter, story-based game that I usually stay away from. There's an awful lot of games coming out. The they're really killing it this year. I granted they do this every year, but too many games in a short period of time. No one has the time to play them all unless you don't have a job or that's what you do for a living, is just play games. And I can't live that way. I don't have time for that. So eventually I might get to some of these games. Just this morning, Friday, before I came into the store, I had to pick up the new Nintendo releases. Picked up Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I got multiple copies of these. I got them for sale in the store. These two were on pre-order. I have a couple people pre-ordering stuff for me now. And I was able to get them a good deal on them. So I don't play the Pokemon games. I have really nothing to say about them, but hey, we got the new Pokemon in the store. And of course, Super Smash Brothers Wii U. I got the bundle edition. It's a really nice box. It retails for $100. It's probably the best way to go. Save yourself some money and get some nice collectibles. I mean, it comes with the game, obviously. Comes with an adapter for the Wii U to plug in 4 GameCube controllers. It's got 2 USBs. I haven't looked on how to plug it in yet. I'm assuming it uses both. You can play this game with up to 8 players, which is pretty unique. You need a pretty big screen, I think, for that. Some of these small CRTs that people are expecting to play this on, it's not going to work very well. But yeah, you can also use your 3DS version of the game as a controller to link to the system, so that's interesting. Of course, then they got all these amiibos that are coming out, which I haven't picked up any yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to. But yeah, comes with the Wii adapter for the GameCube, and it comes with basically an original GameCube controller. They're making a bunch of new controllers. Hori's making them, and then there's another company, JB or something, some initials, that are creating new controllers for the Wii U that'll plug into the Wiimote. This one has an original GameCube end. But those are different. Those don't have these triggers. They're more like buttons, and there's 2 on each side. And they made a bigger D-pad, and it's got a bigger, I guess, C-stick. And they are, from what I've seen, they're a little thinner, they're a little lighter, they're not as sturdy as the original Nintendos. This is designed exactly like the GameCube. It actually says Nintendo GameCube on the back. It doesn't say anything about Wii U, it just says Nintendo GameCube. Of course, with the branding of the ball for Smash Brothers. This is a really nice controller. I don't think I'm going to let anybody in the store use it. I think I'm just going to keep it. I mean, it is limited. And that is what I got for this week so far. It should be an interesting weekend. With Smash going in the store, I expect people to be playing throughout the weekend. I currently have 1 Wii U set up in the store. I do own 2, but the other one is at home. And I'm not sure what TVs I'm going to use for the Wii U. I got to see how well it works on the flat screen in the store. I might switch it over to, I have some really nice CRTs, so I could use those. I don't want to, but we got to see the response time and how well it works. But like I said, that's all I got for this week. I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And as usual, like, subscribe to the channel, so you can stay updated. We should have a new Loot Crate video up. Either, it might even go up before this. I'm not sure which order they're going up on YouTube. But there is a new Loot Crate out this week. And thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.